Okay, students, now that you know what Marketplace is, an internship fair that will connect you to agency representatives so you can talk about and sign up for interviews in the month of March, let's talk about what you can do to prepare over the next couple of weeks leading up to Field Agency Marketplace. So first, watch these videos. So please make sure that you're watching all 4 of the videos so that you can get all of the context for what is coming up. There is a list of agencies attached to this email that will be the agencies that have told us they're coming to Marketplace, they've registered. But let's talk a little bit too about how to just sort of get into the right headspace about Marketplace. So you want to know when you're starting Field. What that means is what semester. Are you starting in the summer, fall, or spring? If you're a full-time foundation student who started in the fall of 2016, you'll be starting Field 3 in the fall of 2017. If you're an advanced standing student, you may be starting in a different semester. If you're a part-time student, you also might be starting in a different semester. So make sure you have an understanding of when you're looking to start Field. Also, how long you're going to be in Field. If you're advanced standing, you may be looking for a 3-semester placement. Or if you've saved all of your Field for the end, you may be looking at a block placement. So you'll be in Field doing Field 3 and 4 in 1 semester. Majority of you will be looking for a 2-semester placement, but make sure you've got a good grasp of when you're starting Field and how many semesters you're looking for. Also know your concentration and your specialization, meaning that if you are a clinical student, make sure that you know that you're a clinical student and you're looking for a clinical placement. So Field 3 and 4 are both designated specific to your concentration area. So you'll register in Field 3 clinical or Field 3 macro, depending on the specialization. So if you're a clinical student, you must go to a clinical designated agency. And if you're a macro student, you go to a macro designated agency. If you're pursuing a specialization and you've turned in a specialization application, then you're also going to want to make sure that the placement that you're going to is in some way meeting the Field criteria that have been set up for your specialization. So next you're going to want to talk about and understand what you want from a Field placement. So you're going to want to just spend some time in your mind and maybe jotting down some notes on what you're looking for. So this really is going to help drive you to different placements and to be able to ask the sort of best questions you can at the initial interaction at Marketplace, and then following that in the interview process with agencies. So a lot of you have learned from your first placement what you either want to get more of and continue with, or what you do not want. And so you want to make sure that you've spent some time sort of talking about what sort of skills do you want to build on in your Field placement? What kind of knowledge do you hope to gain? So what environment works best for you? Is a small agency, a large agency? Is a nonprofit, a government agency, a school? What sort of setting? On the screen, you can see there's sort of this list of a couple of different things that you could spend some time thinking about. Are you looking for a certain type of field instruction or a certain kind of experience and population? So this is sort of, in a perfect world, these two things come together and you can get both, but you really do need to start to think about which one means more to you, sort of working with an experienced, well-trained, good field instructor, or working with a specific population in a specific setting. So sort of, and this again is just driven by sort of what you're looking for, what kind of experience will work best for you, and build on the skills and knowledge that you already have to set you up for when you graduate. Also, are you looking for sort of a narrow experience? You have a certain goal and type of social work in mind, or are you looking for a placement that will give you sort of a wide exposure to different areas? Again, a big or a small agency? Are you looking for somewhere where you could do a rotation? So you could maybe do 1 semester in a certain department and another semester in another department? Or are you looking for sort of being able to deep dive into one experience and be there over several semesters and really kind of understand how social work is done in that specific way and in that specific department? Also, sort of knowing if you want a really rigid experience. Do you want something where you show up at 8 o'clock, you leave at 5 o'clock, and these are the things you're going to do all day? Or a type of experience that's going to be more loose in terms of allowing you to take the lead on some more activities and have more independence? So, these again are some things that you really need to sort of spend a little bit of time over the next couple of weeks kind of formulating in your mind so that when you're talking to agencies, it will help you assess the experience that they offer and how well it matches with what you're looking for. So I would go ahead and prepare just a short general list of questions that you can ask agencies when you're at Field Agency Marketplace. Again, this is going to be general basic questions. You're not going to do a full interview at Marketplace. It's just a brief interaction that's going to help you decide if you do want to sign up for an interview with this agency. Some of the other things that you're going to want to do besides sort of getting your headspace in the right place is some actual prep work for Marketplace. So you're going to want to review the list of agencies attending Marketplace. So that's attached to this email. And that spreadsheet's something that you can manipulate because it's in an Excel spreadsheet. So you can sort it by what they offer, where they're located. It gives you a link to their website. It'll tell you if they offer a stipend or not, if they offer flexible hours, if they can do certain semesters, meaning they can start in the summer or not, or if they do fall and spring. So this sheet that you're looking at, the participant list, is going to give you some of the basic information about agencies. So you should be reviewing that list. There's also a short description in that list that even if I would spend some time looking at all the agencies that will be at Marketplace, because there may be an agency that you don't think you want, but you read their description and it's something that really does fit with what you feel like the experience that would benefit you. You can also sort by the area of town it's in, so that way you've got some sort of general sense of where it's located so that you can eliminate some that you know are absolutely out of a driving distance for you. And some sites will have multiple locations, so you'll want to look for those sites that say they have multiple locations, and you can ask them at Marketplace some more specifics about that. There will also be a list closer to Marketplace of agencies not attending Marketplace but still interested in interviewing students. So you will also want to look at that list just to make sure there's no agencies that won't be able to make Marketplace who are still looking to interview students. We'll have a sign-up sheet at Marketplace where you can sign up and give your information that we'll then send to agencies who want to do interviews. You're going to want to look at the agency websites just to get some more information about agencies. You're going to want to review the room map so that you can sort of mark out a path through Marketplace. You're also going to want to make sure you know where the Houston room is. It's in Student Center South across from U of H Hilton on the top floor. So you're going to want to make sure that you know where that room is so that you're not stressed out on the morning of Marketplace when you are looking for where we're at. You're also going to want to update your resume. This is a good time to sort of look at your resume and bring it with you to Marketplace. Not all agencies are going to accept your resume at Marketplace, but some of them will, and then others will ask you to bring it to the interviews in March. So I would go ahead and get your resume out, look at it, make sure it includes your first field placement, some of the current information or trainings that you've completed in your first year of school or your first 2 years of school. So go ahead and dust that off and get it updated and bring some clean, fresh copies with you to Marketplace. You're also going to want to make sure that you present in a professional manner at Marketplace. Whatever that means to you, you're going to want to make sure you've picked out a good outfit, that you are looking and feeling your best when you show up to Marketplace. This isn't an interview, but it is your first interaction with agencies, and first impressions do matter. So you're going to want to make sure that you're sort of at your best when you show up to Marketplace, that you look prepared, that you've got your resume, that you feel good in what you're wearing, and that you look professional. Also, this is the time, if you haven't already, to start to talk to your current field instructor, your peers and colleagues and faculty of people in the building who are teaching your classes about what their experience with their concentration placement is. Get their perspective on the agencies that they liked or they didn't like, what they liked about their experience, what they didn't like, what they would change, what they would ask if they went to Marketplace. All of those things will be helpful for you, as well as there is a video clip of current students who also give a perspective on Marketplace that will also be attached to this email. Okay, thanks.